And mind you, I was skipping school. I had to skip school. I was determined to find a way to run into Drake, being that he was in NYC this week. They post a flyer talking about, oh, album signing at the Best Buy in Soho, September 24th. When I tell y'all we got to this Best Buy and the line, it was my turn, and I was just like, hey Drake.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure that you cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like control. Yeah, like control.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lisi, and I'm back again with another epic, juicy, ghetto, and aka one of the best days of my life. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Lisi. My government is Alicia. You could call me either or, because I will respond to both. And if you're a returning viewer, a subscriber, what's poppin', was crackin'. Y'all chillin'? I bet. Now y'all see the title of today's video. Story time. I skipped school to meet Aubrey Drake Graham. And did. Okay, so we about to get into the story time about how I met Drake. Like, my favorite artist of all time. Don't try to argue with me in the comments. Oh, Drake is not the... I specified it. It said my favorite artist. Like, people that know me in real life, they already know I'm a day one Drake fan. And this was before he was even known as Drake. This is when he was known as Jimmy from Degrassi, child. Okay, so we about to get into how I met Drake, because when I tell y'all this is an epic story time, I'm not even playing games. Like, this is an epic story, okay? But before I get into the story, definitely don't forget to give this video a big like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends, family. Shit, share it to Drake. Share it. I want Drake to see this video. Can we work hard to make sure Drake sees this video and gets a little laugh or something and be like, wow, like, this is what my fans really did to meet me? Yes. and also, before I get into the story time, I know y'all seen that little intro, that little dance intro. What's your favorite Drake song, y'all? Comment down below, what is your favorite Drake song? Those were a few of mine, but honestly, I have too many, and if I would have recorded myself turning up to all of them, we would have been sitting here all night, and we don't got the time for that. Also, because there might be some new people who might pass through the page and see this video, I just moved into my apartment like 3 months ago, so not too much. If you see my TV on the floor still, at least I got one. And if you want to pay for it to get mounted, hit my line. I just had to address those things because, you know, it's always somebody slick acting like, I don't know what they acting like, but it's always somebody slick. Anyways, let's get into the story time. Yo, y'all don't even know, like, I've been waiting so long to tell this story, like, even before I was a YouTuber. Mind you, I've told this story like probably over 100 times in real life at this point, but this is y'all first time hearing it on the internet. I don't know, something is telling me now is the right time to tell this story, so I'ma just tell it. So boom, before I could get into the day I met Drake and all the trials and tribulations I had to go through to meet him, I'm gonna give y'all the backstory on how I even became a Drake fan. So get y'all popcorn, get y'all munchies, get y'all smoke, get y'all drink, cause this is probably gonna be a long story time. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, it's gonna be long, but entertaining. Y'all know how I do. When did I first discover Drake? When I first discovered Drake, as I previously mentioned, was when he was known as Jimmy, okay? I was probably like either in elementary school. I was probably in the 5th grade or the 6th grade, y'all. And if y'all don't know, I'm 25, so I have been a Drake fan for like a very long time, like over a decade, probably even a little more than that, then I've been a Drake fan. Because how old are you in the 5th or 6th grade? Child, I don't know, but long time. I've been through several phases of my life, listening to Drake. Drake has helped me through some dark times in my life, and I'm just meaning like his music, like not him personally, but like the music, okay? Boom, I was a 5th, 6th grader watching Degrassi. If y'all watched Degrassi, let me know in the comments if y'all was watching Degrassi back in the day when Drake was on Degrassi. And Jimmy was my favorite character on Degrassi. Like, I just thought that he was mad cute. I thought he was mad cute. I know some people, they didn't think that he was cute on Degrassi. I'm one of the few that thought he was cute on Degrassi. So if you thought Drake was cute on Degrassi, comment down below. Yes, he was giving cute on Degrassi. And yeah, when Rick shot him, I was tight because I'm like, why would you shoot this man? You don't even know this man was on your side, low key. Like, he was an op at first, but he was on your side. And then it was like one day, like, well, not one day, but episodes kept running for Degrassi and I stopped seeing Jimmy. So I was just like, damn, like, what happened to his character? But it didn't register to me at the time. Like, eventually you gotta graduate high school. So I guess he graduated maybe and he wasn't on the show no more. So I was like, all right, F it. You know, I wasn't thinking about it too much, whatever. At this point, I think I'm still in like 6th grade, maybe 7th grade. And the first Drake song, no cap, y'all, the first Drake song I ever heard in my life was Best I Ever Had. That had to have been in like 2008 and 2009. I had heard it on the radio one day and I was like, oh shit, that shit's slapping. That shit's slapping. So I'm pretty sure like I had like a Samsung or something, I don't know, but I found a way to download Best I Ever Had on my phone. Mind you, y'all, this was like before Instagram where you could just easily search somebody up to see, you know, what they look like and stuff like that. I was bumping the Best I Ever Had. Baby, you like anything you ever wanted. You could do it real, baby. Tell me you want everything. Y'all know the lyrics, okay? The second Drake song I ever heard was Over. Actually, y'all, I lied. I'm pretty sure I had a Samsung at some point in this Drake fandom, standum journey. But in the early Drake fan days, I had an iPod Nano. If you had an iPod Nano, comment down below. And I'm talking about the one that came in the different colors and was looking all sleek and stuff. I had a blue one. Actually, I still have it, but it don't work. But I was putting I put Over on my iPod, and mind you, this was back in the day, y'all, where you had to go on iTunes, get the song for $1.29, I believe it was, or 99¢, one or the other, okay, download it onto iTunes, then plug up your iPod to the computer and get the music like that. Mind you, back in these days, y'all, my mom was like super like censoring me. So it's like any song that I wanted on my iPad, she had to hear like, y'all remember how it had like that 30-second preview before you could, so that you could hear the song before you could download it? Yeah, I was going through all of that. So feel me, I had Best I Ever Had, Over, then Miss Me came out, and Drake songs just kept coming out, and all of a sudden he getting featured on this person's song, that person's song, DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, the whole 9 yard. And I'm like, nah, I gotta, like, no, because it's like every song he was dropping, I was like, nah, this is fire. Like, it was just resonated with me in some shape or fashion. And I was just like, I need to look up on Google who this man is. Like, I need to see like what he looks like. So I was like, okay, let me type it up. I Google searched this man. Oh my God. Can y'all imagine my reaction when I Google searched Drake and Jimmy from Degrassi came up? I'm like, no, this can't be right. This can't be right. Sure enough, it was right. Got him! Drake was Jimmy. Jimmy was Drake. Drake was Aubrey. Aubrey was Jimmy. Okay? So from there, like, that's where, like, the day one stand-up, me searching up every song this man has ever dropped, like, mind you, it wasn't a whole bunch at that point because it was very, very, very early in his career compared to like what he has now. When I found out who he was like, he was a new artist. I started looking up all these songs that was on SoundCloud, that wasn't even on Instagram, wasn't even on Apple Music. I can't name them right now, but like, for example, like Replacement Girl. I'm having a brain fart, but y'all know all the songs that's on the care package. Yeah, today's kids, y'all got the care package. I had to go on YouTube and SoundCloud for them songs, okay? Period. That's when it all started. Cause I already thought he was cute. I loved his character on Degrassi. And then he made fire music. It was a rap. It was a rap. It was a rap for me, girl. It was a rap. Like, so now through middle school, high school, college, even up until this point in my life, I mean, this died down a little bit, but I'm very much still a Drake fan. But like middle school and high school were like my prime Drake fan days. Like when I tell y'all, like I would be in school talking about Drake all day, every day. Mind you, this was before I lost my virginity. So I swore like I was gonna marry him. I swore like we was gonna be together and everything. Like I'll be telling people like, yeah, Drake is my husband, Drake is my husband, blah, blah. Like on some, I'm not on that now. I don't want Drake to be my husband. Like, I mean, I wouldn't mind like knowing him like in real life, but it was bad. Like when I tell y'all like it was bad, like I'm telling y'all I would be in the meaning cafeteria, with people and just talking about Drake. And it's like, anytime I heard Drake's name, if I heard somebody say Drake, I would be like, what was that? What was that? Oh, okay. Okay, I thought y'all was saying something crazy. Like, yo, and if people would say like, y'all know all the stuff like, from the beginning of his career, like people will talk ish about Drake and say, oh, he was soft and oh, that's that light skin shit. Yo, I would defend Drake to the death of me. Like I was not playing about this man. Like I wasn't playing, like, no, there was that, y'all. So let's fast forward into time into when I met him, how I met him, and how that whole ish went down. It is, I'm pretty sure I am a sophomore in high school at this point, right? That's when I met him. I met him my sophomore year of high school. I'm pretty sure that had to been either 2014 or 2015. Was definitely 2013. Just for the record, fact checked it. Y'all see. Prime Drake fandom days. Okay. It was me and this other girl. We just gonna name her A because I don't got the time to think anything crazy. Well, I wouldn't name her anything crazy because I don't got no smoke with her. But it was me and this other girl, A. We were known as the Drake fans in my high school. Like and there was like a few other Drake fans sprinkled in, but like I wouldn't say they wasn't on the level of like stand-up that we were on, but we were very vocal about how much we love this man. Me and her would have like friendly little arguments like, no, Drake is my husband. No, Drake is my husband, bitch. Stop playing with me. No, he's my man. He's my man.
Embarrassing.
Like, it was bad. Yeah, it was so bad. Yo, you know what's so funny? I told my mom that I have recorded this story time and I was about to start editing it and stuff, and she's about to move, so she's like cleaning out the house and everything. Why did she find like an old assignment that I had from school? And I don't know what the assignment was, but it was basically we had to pick a song and like analyze the song and the lyrics and whatever the case may be. Why my ass chose a Drake song? And I'm going to include it right here. Why my ass chose Look What You've Done off of Take Care. And I did a whole class paper on that song because I was Delulu. Okay, I was living in Delulu land. But I got like I got a 90 on that. Period. So boom, Drake was promoting his album, his third album, Nothing Was the Same, right? And you know, I was gearing up, getting ready for Nothing Was the Same. Like, I was mad excited. I'm like, oh, he about to drop. Mind you, I was excited too because Drake was going on tour that year. His tour, Would You Like a Tour, which I attended. And my birthday's in June, y'all. June 15th to be specific, if y'all want to save the date, okay? But, oh, speaking of June 15th, before I even continue, hold on. Because I'm pretty sure I got plus receipts, okay? June 15th is the day Drake dropped this. Thank Me Later, his first album, Thank Me Later. And let me add to y'all, I got a whole Drake shirt on. I don't know if y'all peep swag, But this says OVO. What does this say? This says OVO 416 Dream Crew. Yes, I am an unofficial member of the OVO October's very own crew. So not too much. And my little Delulu ass, when this came out, on the day that it came out, my birthday, I was being delusional, y'all. Like, I was like, yo, like, Drake dedicated this album to me. I would go around telling people that, like, yo, Drake dedicated Thank Me Later to me. He dropped it on my birthday. Stop playing with me. So this is why I brought up June, right? So June, when my birthday had came that year, 2015, my mom had bought me the tickets to go see Drake, Would You Like a Tour. He was performing at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Because if y'all don't know, I'm from New York City, and specifically Queens. Queens get the money, okay? I was super excited for that. Then he was about to drop this album, so I'm like, oh, we about to have a whole bunch of new songs for this tour. Like, I was so hyped for the tour, y'all. It's like, I'm pretty sure it was like the week before Nothing Was the Same drop, the album had leaked. And I'm sorry, Drake, if you watching this, I definitely downloaded the unleaked version. But I still bought the original, but we gonna get into how I bought the original. Well, not the original, I still bought the official version, the non-leaked, you know, in support. In support for Champagne Poppin', period. So the album had leaked a week before it dropped, so I'm like, because it's like, I couldn't wait, y'all. Like, cause this was back in the day where artists was doing like heavy promotion, probably like, I mean, artists still kind of do it, but like, it's more artists that don't do it now than do it now. So once I heard this album was about to drop, I was so excited. So then when I heard it leaked, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to listen. Like, I can't wait one more week. The days are trickling down for when Nothing Was the Same is about to drop. If y'all don't know, I went to high school in the city meaning Manhattan, okay? So I was super like accessible to a lot of stuff. If y'all don't know, now you're gonna know. Like, I feel like Manhattan is the most touristy spot in New York City. Second would be Brooklyn. Going to school in Manhattan, like, we would either be going to school or leaving from school, and we would just randomly see like celebrities and stuff. Just because Manhattan is the tourist spot in New York. It was one day, y'all, I kid y'all not, this was probably like 2 days before Nothing Was the Same drop. Yo, I go on Facebook, and why is girls from my high school, specifically on the girls soccer team, why are they posting pictures of Drake? Like in real time, like he walking past them type shit at their practice. Drake showed up to my high school girls soccer team's practice, like randomly. He just showed up because I'm pretty sure at the time he was promoting the FIFA game. And if y'all don't know what FIFA is, that's basically, I don't know, one of them games that the guys be playing. It's like a soccer related game. So I don't know why he was at their soccer practice and what he was doing in specific, but he pulled up to their soccer practice, and all I see on my timeline is bitches talking about, Drake pulled up to our practice, Drake pulled up to our practice, da, 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 da.
That kind of hurted me though.
When I tell y'all, like, I was mad. Like, I was mad because I'm just like, so y'all telling me I should have been playing soccer? Is that what y'all telling me? I should have been playing soccer? Oh, okay. Bet. I was just like, how is it that these bitches, they're not even fans? Like, y'all might listen to his music here and there, but y'all are not fans. Y'all are not day ones, and y'all get to just randomly see Drake. And I knew I was already going to the concert, but like, to see him like up close, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And I was determined to find a way to run into Drake, being that he was in NYC this week, because come to find out, he was doing a whole bunch of promo for the album. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run into him. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm running into this man. I don't care. I kid y'all not. It was like either that same night or the next night. If y'all don't know, now y'all know. There is a Drake fan page called Word on Road, and that derives from a Drake lyric. I'm pretty sure it's on the song Cameras, and it's like, word on road, it's the click about to blow, I ain't gotta tell nobody, they already know. Word on Road, like, they have like an actual fan website and they had an Instagram page at this point. And listen, don't judge me, y'all, because when all of this was happening, I was like 15 years old. So that's like 10 years ago. Keep that in mind, because I know some of y'all, stuff don't be clicking for some of y'all up here, but I had the time to do all of this when I was 15 years old. I'm 25 now. I really don't have the time. I'm gonna just buy a concert ticket and call it a day. I'm not doing everything that I was doing in this video, but when I was 15, when I was a teenager, I had the time. Word on Roll posted on the website, because mind you, I would check the website every day. Like I go on Word on Road, they post a flyer talking about, oh, album signing at the Best Buy in Soho, September 24th, for Nothing Was the Same.
Nigga, I'm on my way. Let's roll, friends.
Yo, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm going. I was like, look at God. Like, look at God really hooking me up. After these hoes done seen this man on accident, I'm about to see him on purpose. Okay, I'm about to see him on purpose. When I tell y'all I sent the flyer to A so fast, yo, A texted me back not too long after, and she was like, oh girl, I had just seen that too. I was about to send it to you. I was like, oh, so we out? She was like, we out. I'm like, we out. We about to be Drake, y'all. We about to be Drake. But I had to do it. I had to do it strategically, y'all. I had to meet him strategically because the flyer basically said, y'all, that only the first 500 people in line would be able to meet Drake. You had to be at the Best Buy at Soho for, I believe it said either 8 or 9 a.m. is when the doors open. And basically, you go in, buy the album, buy the, well, I can't show y'all the physical copy yet. Well, I guess I can. Whose signature is that? Whose signature is that? Drake's. But we'll get into it, okay? You had to buy the physical copy of the album and you would get a wristband. And basically the album and the wristband was your ticket into the album signing, which would take place later on that afternoon. But you had to be there from early in the morning to be one of the first 500 people in line. And if y'all don't know how New York do, like for example, like, I don't know if people are still doing this, but like back in the day, like when sneakers would drop, people would camp outside in order to get the sneakers. So I kind of already knew what type of energy the New Yorkers was about to be on. So I was like, I have to like formulate and devise a plan to get to the Best Buy in Soho at the crack of dawn to make sure that I am one of the 500 people, one of the first 500 people to be specific in line. If I had to be number 499, then that's what it was going to be. Okay, I was not playing. Mind you, these is in the days, y'all, where I'm heavily under parental control. So it was like my every move, I had to text my mom and let her know what I was doing. So I was just like, okay, how am I going to do this? Boom, thought it. I don't know about y'all, but math is not my specialty. So I would sometimes go to tutoring in the morning, but tutoring was probably like an hour before school started. So let's say school started at 8:30 a.m. Tutoring was at 7:30 a.m. I basically devised listen, y'all, my mom already know this story, so not too much. And y'all go see why. So basically, y'all, I devised this plan that, okay, I'm going to lie to my mom and tell her I need to leave with her in the morning because my mom would leave at like, I don't know, 5 a.m. My mom would leave the house at like 5:30 a.m. when I would probably leave at like 7 a.m. to get to school. I devised this plan to tell my mom, hey, mommy, I'm going to have to leave with you in the morning. Because mind you, I just told y'all I live in Queens. The Best Buy is in Soho, which is the bottom of Manhattan, okay? And my mom lives in Brooklyn. And if y'all don't know, I would take the subway to school every day. And taking the subway from Southside Jamaica, Queens to the bottom of Manhattan, I felt like that was going to take me too long and I was going to miss the mark. And I didn't have the time for that. So I basically told my mom like, hey, can I leave with you in the morning? And she was like, okay, cool. Oh, you going to tutoring? She was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, Lisa. You going to tutoring? I'm like, yeah. Psych. No, I'm not going to Victoria. I'm devising a plan to be Aubrey. What is you talking about? That morning, I had left with my mom. And mind you, the part of Brooklyn that my mom had worked in, it was closer to Soho. And if y'all put two and two together, it's always gonna be faster to get where you need to go in a car versus taking public transportation. I left with my mom early that morning, hopped on a train in Brooklyn, took the train straight to Best Buy. And mind you, I was skipping school. I had to skip school because if the doors don't open until 9 a.m. and school started at 8:30, I'm missing school. Okay, I'm missing my first half of the day. I'm communicating with A. She like, oh yeah, I'm on my way there right now. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. And she was with her dad. Her dad basically stayed with us the whole time when we was there. I got off the train at, I think the train stop is Broadway Lafayette. Got off at Broadway Lafayette. Was texting A. We met up at a little spot and we start walking to the Best Buy. When I tell y'all we got to this Best Buy and the line was already like long AF. Like it was hella people on the line. Like, and mind you, we probably got to the Best Buy probably like 6:30 and it was already hella people. And I was getting scared because I was just like, oh my God, please, like, God, please. We walking, and we walk to the back of the line and we're in line now. Ciao. The sun is coming up because it was still dark. Somehow we find out that the head count has started. And I'm like, oh my God. And by the grace of God, me and A made the cut, yo. Why was we numbers 325 and 326 on the line? But we made it. We made it. And I was like, oh my God, we really about to meet Drake today. Fast forward, the line starts moving. We finally get inside of the Best Buy. I buy my album. I got my wristband. I'ma probably include a picture of all of that. Mind you, I'm pretty sure we had told the whole school, or maybe not the whole school, everybody in our grade, because our high school wasn't that big up until like our last year because we moved into a new building, but that's a whole other story for another day. Now, by the time we leave the Best Buy, it's probably like, at this point, no cap, y'all, it's probably like, I don't know, maybe like 11, 12. And we get back to our school. We take the train to our school. And at this point, I think I only have 4 classes this day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I missed the first 2 and I got back to school around lunchtime. When I get to my class, I'm not even focused on the class because I'm just like, oh, I'm about to meet Drake. Oh, I'm about to meet Drake. I'm telling everybody, I'm like, yeah, I got my album, I got my wristband. Like, me and A, we about to meet him later today. They're like, word, bro, you about to meet Drake? I'm like, yeah. Finally, the school day is over. Me and A, you know, we did our little texty. We linked back up and we took the train right back down to Soho because at this time, my high school, I was near Columbus Circle, if y'all know where that's at. So that's where we was at. And it's probably like a 20-minute train ride to get to Soho. Boom, we get back to the Best Buy. And at this point, it's probably like 4 o'clock. It's already hella people outside. It's hella people outside. People are smoking ganja. People got speakers. They're playing the album. They're playing all Drake songs. So like, it was a vibe. And I think I had told y'all, this was in September. He dropped Nothing Was the Same September 24th. So in New York, in September, that's only, September 24th is only, it's only like the 3rd day into fall. So it was still nice outside. It was nice AF outside. So we was just all standing in a line vibing. And I forgot to tell y'all, I did tell my mom that I was going to the album signing, but obviously I strategically told her like how it was gonna go down. I obviously didn't tell her I had to skip school in the morning, but I told her whatever I told her. So once we had got to the album signing and we was on the line around 4 o'clock, I had called my mom and I was like, hey mommy, I'm at the album signing now. She's like, okay, be safe, have fun. I'm like, okay. First of all, I was not under the impression that it was gonna take Drake this long to show up to the album signing because we was out there from like 4 o'clock. We didn't get word in the line that he showed up until about 8 p.m. So we was standing outside for hours. Now, let me reiterate, I was 15 years old, y'all. So I had the time to do all of this. I don't have the time to do this now. We standing on the line. You know, the line is moving little by little because, you know, he got to sign like 500 people's CDs. And at this point, y'all, I don't know like what number we was in on the line, because when we got there, the line was hella long, and when we left, there was still a line. So I really don't know. Finally, the line is moving. We meeting other little Drake fans in the line. We teeing up. We singing the lyrics, like everything. And we finally get inside of the Best Buy. Now, if y'all know how the Best Buy in Soho is set up, y'all know that it has a downstairs and an upstairs. And when you go in, like the stairs is right there as soon as you go in. So when we went in, it was a whole bunch of people like on the stairs before you actually get to where the album signing is at. But when we got in, we heard nothing but Drake songs. I think he had his DJ playing shit and everybody was singing a lyric. Like it was teed up, yo. Like it was teed up. We on the stairs now. Like we're literally in the middle of the stairs, getting closer to the upstairs part where Drake is at. Mind you, I definitely had this, well, this is not a Samsung, but I definitely had the Samsung at this time. I still got that phone because I had, you know, snuck a few pictures, because they basically told us, oh, no pictures, we can't take any pictures. But I feel like they meant we couldn't take any pictures with him, but maybe not of him, because when I got to the top, which we'll get into in a second, it was definitely girls taking pictures of him in the line. We in the middle of in the staircase, y'all, right? My phone is probably like on 10%. So it's like I'm really trying to salvage my battery, because I know at this point my mom is probably gonna call me and ask me where the F I was at. These was the days where I had to be home before the street lights came on type shit, okay? It was no, oh, your curfew is 10 o'clock. It's, you need to be home before the street lights come on type shit. So I know my mom was about to call me soon. Sure enough, my mom calling me. And I'm like, oh, God, I know she about to black on me and ask me where I'm at. So yeah, I answer the phone and I'm like, hello? Yo, I got a Caribbean mother, so she was tweaking. She was like, Alicia, where are you at? I'm like, I'm still at the album signing. She was like, what you mean? You still at the album signing? You said you was at the album signing hours ago. And I'm like, well, mommy, Drake just got here at 8 o'clock p.m. We were on the line waiting for him. She was like, Alicia, you need to get home right now. You need to get home right now. I was like, wait. Hold on. My phone is dying. Let me call you back on someone else's phone. Hold on. So I hung up. But mind you, let me add y'all, while we was still like on the line and everything, A's dad was with us the entire time. So we wasn't just two teenagers on the streets of New York by ourselves. You know, her dad was with us up until when we went inside, because he couldn't get inside because he didn't have an album, obviously. I had called probably like 10 minutes back. I'm like, let me give my mom some time to simmer down, and I'm gonna call her back, because I had just turned off my phone because I was just trying to conserve the little battery I had left. So it was some little girls that we had met, and they was like, oh my God, girl, are you good? I'm like, yo, my mom is spazzing on me right now. She telling me to come home. Like, I'm not coming home, bro. So I gave my mom about like 10-15 minutes to cool off, and I called her back. Mind you, we're still on the stairs. Like, the line is moving slowly. We're like moving a step like every 5 minutes. So I called my mom back on this girl's phone, and I'm like, hey mommy, I'm using someone else's phone. She's like, Alicia, I called the Best Buy, and they told me that you had to be there from early in the morning to buy. Like, she basically detailed my entire day. You had to be there from early in the morning, buy the album, in order to even get in there this afternoon. So you know what that tells me? That tells me you skipped school. Just come in, Drake. You did that. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry, mommy. I did. And I'm just on the phone like, she's like, you need to get home and mind you, y'all, in the midst of like my mom going off and she telling me I need to come home, I'm like, Mommy, you know how important this is to me. Like, you know, I've been a fan of Drake for so long. You know how important it is for me to be here. She's like, I don't care. I don't care. You need to get home right now. I told my mama straight up. I was like, Mommy, I'm sorry, but I'm not coming home until I meet Drake. I didn't care, y'all, because it was like at this point, I already knew like I was gonna be in trouble, so I might as well enjoy this moment and meet him and cherish that, because when I get home, I don't know what's gonna happen to me. I had put that to the side and I had got back in the zone like, I'm about to meet Drake, y'all. The line is moving, the line is moving. Finally, we are officially on the second level of the Best Buy. And the way they did it, they took like all the racks that had like albums and basically turned it into a maze. And it's like, the maze started like by the staircase and it like looped around. And then boom, you seen Drake. Mind you, I'm short as y'all. I'm 5'1", so I had to like hop and jump up, and I'm telling A, I'm like, yo, A, he right there, bro, he right there, Drake is right there. Like, I just see him like signing people's stuff. I'm like, I see the whole OVO crew. Like, I see Chubbs, I see Nico. Yeah, I know who the OVO crew is. I see his cousin. Like, I'm like, yo, like, we're really in the same room as Drake right now. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. So feel me, the line is moving, y'all. They playing songs, the whole room rapping the songs. Like, the whole room is going crazy to these Drake songs right now. Finally, we get to the front, y'all. Like, we're next up. We're next up to meet Drake, okay? And I fake wanted A to go first because I wanted to be the last one to talk to him / have more time to look at him. But A was like, no, you go in front of me. I'm like, all right, bro. So as we waiting, because feel me, we couldn't bum rush him. They was literally doing one person at a time. And from what I seen, each person had about like 30 to 45 seconds to say their piece and get to stepping. So I'm like, okay, I gotta be real strategic about what I'm about to say to this man. The girl before me, I had seen her, she had reached out and like held his hand like while he was signing her album. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to hold his hand. I'm about to hold his man's hand. It was my turn and I was just like, I reached out. I was like, hey, Drake. And he was just smiling. Yo, when I tell you his hand was as soft as a baby's bottom, like it was giving self-care poppy, okay? Champagne poppy on his self-care poppy shit. Stop playing with him. So I held his hand. I'm like, hey, Drake. He was like, hey, what's up? I was like, yo, Drake, I went to your pop-up shop that you had at A-Life last week. And he was like, oh, word? Because a little segue or a little fake interruption, y'all. He had a pop-up shop at A-Life. And that's like a streetwear type of store where I got this shirt at. And he had a, but I paid for this shirt, y'all. But the first pop-up that he had at A-Life, it was for nothing was the same shirts, and they was basically giving out the shirts for free. But the pop-up went crazy. Like it was crazy. They had to shut it down. The cops pulled up. I didn't even get a shirt that day. I had to go back another day. I think I went back the very next day to go get the shirt. It was no line. It was no people outside. Got me my nothing was the same shirt. I don't know where it's at right now, y'all. I think it's still in New York. Okay, if y'all don't know, I'm in Houston right now, so it's not here. But I'm basically telling Drake how all of that went down. I'm like, yo, Drake, I went to the pop-up shop at A-Life last week or 2 weeks ago. He was like, oh, word? I'm like, yeah, like I went, it was crazy. The cops pulled up, everything. Yo, and this man, he just looking at me like, yeah? Yeah? I'm like, yo, it was crazy, Jay. But I'm like, anyways, I love you so much. He was like, I love you too. I'm like, okay, bye. Because you know, the security guard, he was gently, you know, shuffling me Like, all right, your 30 seconds is up, babe. Your 30 seconds is up. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like waiting on the side because I know A is next. Yo, when A got in front of this man, and I'm sorry, sis, I gotta tell them this part of the story because it's a part of the story. When A got in front of this man, she went out and held his hand, but she started crying. Like, she started boo-hoo crying. And I thought I would have cried too when I met him, but I didn't cry. Like, I was like, no, this is my opportunity to say whatever I could say to him. I don't have the time to cry. She didn't even say nothing to the man because she was just boo-hoo crying. And he was just sitting there looking like, why are you crying? Like, he was just doing little chuckles and shit. And I'm just standing there like, yo, I'm never washing my hand again. Like, I just met Drake. He just signed my album. I just talked to Drake. Are y'all shitting me right now? So boom, A was done talking to him. She walking off. She like, I'm like, hey, why you ain't talk to him, bro? Why you ain't talk? Like, that was your opportunity to talk to him. You ain't even talk to him. So whatever. We walking out now, and yo, I'm on cloud 9 because I really just held Drake's hand and talked to him and was looking him in the eyes. Like, what? Now, for some of y'all probably like, some of y'all is gonna be haters and be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But it was a big deal for me, especially the people, like, if y'all not like a big fan of somebody, or if y'all not a stan. First of all, if you're a day one Drake fan, comment down below, because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. If you're a day one Drake fan, or if you're a Drake fan, period, please flood the comments right now. I was just on a high. Like, I was just like, wow. Like, I know I'm about to go home and get cursed out, but that can't even kill my mood right now. Like, that can't even kill my mood because I just met Drake. I've been a fan of him for so many years at this point. Probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years at this point. And I finally met him. Like, oh my God. Like, boom, we exiting out the Best Buy now. A's dad is still standing outside. Then we even see people that we had seen on the line at some point, but they disappeared. They was like, yo, you met him? We was like, yeah, we met him. They was like, how was it? I was like, it was so fire, yo. I held his hand. Like, it was amazing. Like, he's so nice. Because when I tell you, like, when I was in front of him, listen, Drake might not be perfect. He might not do some things that I condone at certain points. But what I can tell you is that his energy was amazing. Like, it just felt like genuine and pure. I mean, I don't know pure, but you know, it just felt like amazing. And I'm an empath, y'all. I be picking up on energy, and his energy was just so like welcoming and friendly, and just, the guy's a good dude, okay? The guy's a good dude, okay? Now we walk into the train station, and she lived in Brooklyn, I lived in Queens, so we kind of went in opposite directions once we got to the train station. It was so funny because on my train, it was like hella other people that had their albums, and they was just looking at their albums, and I'm like, like, they was just looking at their albums. Like, somebody had a speaker in the train, it was playing the Drake album. Like, the energy that whole day from start to finish, besides when I got home, probably even a little bit when I got home, the energy was amazing, y'all. Like, I was just, like I told y'all, I was on cloud 9. And then I knew I was about to go to his concert a month later. Like, I was just lit, y'all. I was just lit. So now it's time for me to get home, y'all. So I'm pretty sure I called my mom like when I got off of the train, and I was like, hey mommy, I just got off the train. I thought she was about to come and meet me at the train station, but she told me like where to meet her, and it was probably like a block away from my house. I don't know. She was sitting in her car or something. She told me exactly what street she was on. I'm like, okay. I was like, ugh, now I gotta deal with this. Now I gotta deal with this, but F it. F it. I thought this plan was gonna be devised. Like, I thought this plan wasn't gonna be a defective plan, but clearly it was, as far as like having to deal with my mom. But the plan was complete as far as having to meet Drake. I wasn't prepared for the aftermath, y'all. I get in the car and my mom is just silent. Mind you, I got the album like tucked away in my bag because I'm like, I don't have the time for this lady to try to take this away from me. Nope, not happening. And my mom was like, Alicia, so you telling me you skipped school to meet Drake? I'm like, yes. This was the days too. I still was a little afraid of my mom too. She was like, and then do you see what time it is? It's 10 o'clock. Mind you, no, it wasn't 10 o'clock. It was probably like 9:30. It was pushing 10. But this is well after when I'm supposed to be home. So my mom, she just going on her whole little rant or whatever about how she's disappointed in me and she's upset with me and and this little Drake fan shit has gone too far and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, so as a result, you're not going to the concert. I was kind of bummed that she said that, but at the same time, I was like, the concert doesn't compare to me meeting this man face to face. So F it. I guess I'm not going to the concert. Drake is going to have other concerts down the line that I will attend, which I did attend. So it is what it is. Like, I was just like, all right, F it. Like, so we pull off from the little parking spot my mom was in and we drive home. And y'all, yo, when I walked in my room was looking a little different. It wasn't looking effed up or nothing, but it was stuff that was missing out of my room. I had like 2 big Drake posters in my room. I still got one of them. 1 second. I was saving this for this video, okay? I don't know where the other one is. Yo, I got this shit laminated too. I wasn't playing no games, y'all. I got this when I was probably like in middle school. No, yeah, it was definitely middle school. Oh my God, look. This is the little poster that came with the album, okay? Oh, I just ripped it. Oh my, okay, let me be careful. Oh my God. This was the little Drake poster that came with the album. Okay, period, as y'all can see in stores, 9/24, period. And before that was up, because that was in the album, obviously, bitch. Y'all gonna think, but listen, I'm telling y'all, I'm a day one. Like, I'm not, like, this is what a day one looks like. This is what a day one looks like. I had this up in my room. Take Care, which, got the physical copy of Take Care as well, okay? Because when I tell y'all I wasn't playing about Drake, I wasn't playing about Drake. I had that poster and another poster of Drake up in my room. When I tell y'all the posters was missing in action when I walked in my room, I was like, no, this lady wasn't so mad that you took down my posters. Okay, and I was just like hoping and praying that she didn't throw them out, which she obviously didn't, because if she would have thrown them out, I would have been very upset, because this poster, I wasn't even looking for this poster. I found it randomly. I was in somebody's store in Philadelphia, and we was in a store and they had a whole bunch of posters, and I'm swiping and I see Drake. I'm like, oh, I'm getting this. And I got this laminated because my little cousin, she had like fake fell on the poster and it got a crease in it. And I was so upset that a crease got into my poster, y'all. My mom was like, Alicia, it's not that serious. We could go get it laminated if you want to preserve it that bad. I'm like, okay. Posters was gone. I was just like, whatever. Like, I still slept well that night because I still met Drake at the end of the day. Like, F the posters, F the concerts. I met Drake. I looked him in the eyes. Nothing could ever top that for me. Like, meeting him in my prime, like, Drake fan days. The next couple of weeks, y'all, were like a little rocky in my household because, you know, my mom was a little mad at me, but she got over it. And from there, I had just made sure that I was on my P's and Q's as far as like my schoolwork, my tests, my grades and everything. Because I was like, I need to work to be able to get the green light to go to this concert again. So I was getting A's and B's in everything. Every test, every quiz I took, I would show my mom like, hey mommy, look, I got an 85. Hey mommy, look, I got a 95. Hey mommy, look, I got a 91. Like, I was just like on it. And it was a few weeks later, because mind you, the concert was probably like October 27th or something at Barclays Center. And it was probably like a few weeks before the concert, let's say 2 weeks before the concert, me and my mom, we had went to church that day, and after church, we sitting in the car. Mind you, I was helping out in the church too. Like, I was helping serving food. Like, I was going to Sunday school. Like, I was doing a lot because I was like, I need to just be a good child in order to get access to these tickets again. It was after church one day. We hopping in the car, we about to go home, and my mom was like,
all right, Alicia, you've been doing really good, and you know, I've been thinking about it.
And I already knew what was coming because I knew this was gonna happen. My mom was like,
you've been doing really good in school, you've been helping out, you've been staying on top of your stuff, so I'm gonna let you go to the concert again.
Hype that she gave me the green light again. And I went to the concert, y'all. I went to Would You Like a Tour, and I went to 3 additional Drake concerts after the fact, okay? So I went to Would You Like a Tour. It was lit. Drake brought out mad people. That was the first Drake concert I went to. The second Drake concert I went to was probably like a year later, and it was the Drake versus Wayne tour. Mind you, all the Drake concerts I went to, I don't know like how God worked it out for me, but somehow I was always like either in the front or in close proximity to Drake where I can like clearly see his face. First of all, I wasn't even supposed to be in the front, and I winded up in the front because my mom had bought the tickets for that too, but it was like one of those outdoor theaters, and my mom had bought like the lawn tickets because those were like the cheapest one. I think they was like $20 or something. Oh no, they wasn't $20. It was probably like $60 or something. And I ain't have no money, so obviously I couldn't pay for the tickets. So my mom had bought a ticket for me and her because we was out of town, so I didn't have no friend to go with to the concert. Mind you, I was checking like the actual like tickets up until the day of the concerts. It was still hella tickets like towards like the front that was still available. And sure enough, it was people walking around with signs that said upgrade from lawn to a seat for $20. Y'all, I had $20 to my name. Mind you, at this point, I was 16. I had $20 to my name, and I spent that $20 to upgrade from the lawn to get to a seat in the front. I was in like the 6th row. Okay, real close to the stage. Then the next concert I went to, it was actually a gift from one of my friends from high school. That's a whole other story. She had basically surprised me because, to make the long story short, her dad had a concert plug, okay? They was well off, okay? Her dad had a concert plug where he would get her concert tickets for free, basically. And I had went to like 2 other concerts with her before the Drake concert, and it was the day of my birthday, and she had called me and she was like,
hey Alicia, do you want to know what your birthday gift is, now or later?
I'm like, tell me now. Like, what you mean like now or later? And she was like,
I got us Drake tickets.
I was like, and I will forever cherish like her as a person. And even though like we're not in communication now, because you know, not because we had any type of beef or anything like that, but you know, not a lot of relationships last after high school. It's especially with me, like I don't know, like we just go our different paths and life just be lifing. But I will forever cherish her for that, because like even though like she didn't pay for it, and she still like had the thought that, oh, she fucked with me as a friend so much that she was like, I'm gonna ask my dad to get us Drake tickets, and I'm gonna give her Drake tickets for her birthday. I forgot the name of the tour, to be honest. I forgot the name of the tour, but it was the tour with Drake and Future, and that was at Madison Square Garden in Manhattan. And we went to that concert, y'all. When I tell you we was in the 2nd row, we were in the 2nd row. Like, I'm thinking like we're gonna be like 100 level or something. Like, no, we was on the floor in the 2nd row seeing Drake, y'all. That was my 3rd one. And then my 4th one was in 2023. That was my first Drake concert that I paid for with my own money, y'all. And that was the it's all a blur. It's all a blur. It's all a blur tour. That's why I went to, and it was back at Barclays Center. And I had just went there by myself because the tickets was kind of expensive, and I didn't have the time for nobody to tell me, oh no, I'm not trying to pay that much for Drake. I was down to spend the money on him. Yep, that few $100. I was down to spend it. I will spend it for Drake. Anybody else, not sure, but Drake, I'm in there like swimwear. Stop playing with me. And yeah, so that's basically the story time on how I skipped school to meet Drake, aka my obsession stand-up that I had with Drake as a teenager slash child. I am not obsessed with Drake anymore. I'm very much still a fan, but I got like adulting type of stuff in life, my own life. I don't have the time to be, you know, feeding over Drake all the time. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Drake, if you watching, I love you, Drake. I love you, Drake. I love you, Drake. And I'm really manifesting that I can meet you again and get a picture. But anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. If you made it to the end of this video, put this emoji on the screen. It's an owl, okay, for OVO, October's very own, the OVO owl, the OVO crew, OVO XOs. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next story time. Later.
I can tell that money's got you working. We've been talking for so long. Me, girl, you look good. Once you jack that ass up, you fine, motherfucker. Once you jack that ass up.
Would've came back for you.
I just needed time.
Oh, hope you forgive me.
Never been wrong.
I hate calling them women bitches, but the bitches love it. I took some sense and made a nigga love it. With his lips and all that lipstick covers, you never too grown up to miss a hugger. Your money. I know way too many people here right now that I didn't know last year. Who the fuck are y'all? What am I doing?
What am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right, I'm doing it.
I hit the lotto twice. Drake come, right? Yeah, I got him, but
I love myself cause I swear
Hush.
got a gun. CJ got my credit cards and a lot of ones, yeah.
yeah, girl, it's on. You know what it is when I finally make it on.
Right. I just changed. Make plans with you. And I won't let them fall through. Controller. Yeah, like controller.
Okay, you like it when I get aggressive. Tell you to go slower, go faster, like control. And I never wanna waste things out it. I do it how you say you want it. Them girls, they just wanna take my money. They don't wanna see me find your love. They don't wanna see me. On me, it's a good night to dance on me. It's a good night to dance on me. It's a good night to dance on me. Get a plastic bag. Go ahead and pick up all the cash. Go ahead and pick up all the cash. You dance down night, girl, you deserve it. This time I left, can I be wasted anymore? You realize it now. You might listen. Text go green, it's a little different now. Take a text from me to speak your truth. Rough, you're dealing with me rough. I know you like it rough, but this might be too much. You're dealing with me rough. I know you like it rough, but this might be too much. But it's
Girls with my dreams. Don't wanna make something from nothing. That's what I need. I put careers on shelves like Amazon distribution center. Hell, really, I'd rather do it by myself. My tour ride and leave a lazy day in this bitch scream out for my age. Yeah, for my age. For my